Humorous, California. You borrowed my shorts to go running.
Yes.
And
hashtag gross.
And I told you don't wash them because I'd like to keep that.
Right.
But you did shower. Where did you shower?
I showered in Shelly's room.
Oh.
And sounds like you have a list. What's that? I showered in Shelly's room. She said I
seashells by the seashore.
She said I could shower in her room. Am I having a list now?
It just sounds like it.
I showered in Shelly's room, and it was really, really cool. Really refreshing. It was actually really exciting because Shelly wears a different kind of underwear than I do, and so I tried them on. And well, this just took a nosedive.
What was your fault?
I thought him wearing your shorts was going to be the greatest.
Afterward, then I came down and said, thank you very much, Shelly, for letting me use your shower. And then I said, sorry if your pillow was a little sticky.
By the way, this is part of this one-man show you're going to see tonight. It's just a sneak peek.
I don't know what just happened, and I'm apologizing. But you started it. I take no responsibility.
And anyway, I'm glad you got showered, and thank you for not washing my shorts.
You're welcome. And by the way, enjoy your last panel. They were very tight in the crotch. They're baggy on Rob. Hi, everyone. Well, thank you for your hospitality. I've been in your state for a few days, gallivanting around, causing trouble, and it's been actually lovely to get to be here. I know a lot of people have gone through hell and back with the hurricane here in North Carolina. Went out to Swananoa and near Asheville. When was that? 2 days ago. And boy, it is like apocalyptic devastation out there. You all know that, but holy hell. I was really blown away by the extent to which people are taking care of one another out there, though. It was a real testament to Southern warmth and caring, the way that folks are taking care of their neighbors. It was pretty lovely to see. We did this. We're in the process of doing a fundraiser, and if anybody wants to contribute to it, please do. But we brought some generators and cook stoves and a bunch of other supplies, filled up a pickup truck with stuff, brought it out to the people out there. I was meeting a lot of people and talking to people and asking folks like, hey, if you want to help, if you're particularly in need of something, we have this fund and we're trying to find people to support here. And I can't tell you how many people were like, look, me and my family are going to make it, but you really should check on my neighbors. And that happened repeatedly with people who had lost part of their homes and did not have flood insurance. They're like, we'll figure this out, but check on my neighbor. It was pretty sweet. And the woman that made the first introductions for me to this community, she did that. And then I got there and saw her house, and it's gone. Like the whole house is gone. She wasn't asking for support for herself, she was asking for other people. It was pretty awesome to see. Anyway, thanks to everybody who's contributed to that. It's been really cool to see everybody rallying. And I hope you're all okay, those of you who weathered the storm out here. And I also hope you're all okay weathering the inundation of campaign ads. Because you're in a swing state, so it's got to be a relentless onslaught for you. I'm sorry for your suffering. That's really hard. Yeah. All right, I'll field your questions. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Misha. I'm Aja.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. My question for you is, so me and my friends were talking about superpowers. So I wanted to know, if you have the superpower to sleep with anyone and turn into them for 24 hours, who would you sleep with?
Do what with them for 24 hours?
You turn into them for 24 hours.
Turn into them? And sleep with them?
Right up to you.
Did she say sleep with them? Oh, you sleep with them, turn into them. Okay, I guess you would be into them anyway. So that's your idea, your conceit for like how you take the powers from somebody is if you sleep with them, then for 24 hours you get their powers? How did you conceive of this? That's like the best kind of STD. What happened to you that you are asking this question? That's what I really want to know.
We were just talking about superpowers, and I was like, well, what if you just slept with somebody and turned into them?
Wow. So I don't think that's how it works. Boy, I don't know. That's a tricky one. That's a really tricky one because my first impulse is to say I want to be God, but the truth is I don't really want to sleep with my friend Rob. So I'll have to think about that. Who are you going to?
I hadn't really thought about it.
Bullshit! That is not true! Come on! Castiel can teleport, he can time travel. That's pretty low-hanging fruit there!
It would be a great option,
Yeah!
but I was wondering, but then I'm Castile only for 24 hours.
Oh, so it's not long enough? Oh no, trust me, it's long enough. Thank you. This was a very inappropriate way to start off. Hi,
Hello.
get us back on course here. Please help.
Yeah, mine's gonna be kind of sad. So I'm Caitlin.
Oh God, that is sad.
So I work as a first responder. I live in Morganton, about 40 minutes from Asheville. So we work from the time the storm hit. So myself and a lot of people I work with, we're dealing with burnout really bad. We're tired, we have to keep going, but it's hard for us. So I was wondering if you had some words of encouragement or advice that I can take back to my people and see if, I can boost the morale a little bit for them.
Look, I mean, I think that you all are doing God's work with your efforts, and it's a sprint. This is not your way of life, right? But I can tell you from what I saw, the gratitude that the outpouring of gratitude that people are feeling. And I don't know if you get to hear that or receive it, but that hopefully can be fuel for you all, because everybody was so appreciative of all of the first responders, and all of there's, it's National Guard, it's the U.S. Army is out there, and so many nonprofits are rallying. But I think that the fuel probably is just the appreciation that you've got to know that you're receiving from all those people and from us. So thank you, and also get some sleep. What the fuck are you doing here?
This is my vacation because I've been working through it all, and I told everybody, I was like, I'm checking out for the weekend. I'm done. I'm like, my brain. about these things is insanely helping a lot. Like, it's doing a lot for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
From upstairs, I'm like out of breath because I saw my name on the list.
Oh my goodness. You weren't going to attend the panel? Fair assumption.
My question is, what's the weirdest rumor you've ever heard about yourself from any source? And if it's like true or not true, but what's like the weirdest one?
Well, God, I don't know if it was a report that came out probably, gosh, it's been a while. It might have been 8 or 10 years ago. It was more just that I was like, how did they discover that? Who let this cat out of the bag, and how did they find out about it? But it was the Westboro Baptist Church posted a big online blog post about how I was the Antichrist, which is something that I had, I thought, kept under wraps until that point. It was quite a badge of honor for me, honestly. But that was pretty surprising. I did not see that coming, to be honest with you. And then there was this other thing that happens. There's a phenomenon online, which is fake news articles about celebrity deaths. So it would be like actor Misha Collins in fatal car accident in New Zealand, reports, still coming in about details of accident. And in some like weird fine print that you have to click through to find, it's like, this is just a humorous joke page in order to cover their asses for lawsuits. But the point is, they're just getting traffic for the ad revenue on those posts. And my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, and my ex-wife all at one point or another came across these articles and left me voicemails like, oh my God, I can't believe it, you are dead. So it is hilarious, it's a hilarious joke, but that was an untrue rumor, unlike the first one. Who's died more?
You or Dean?
Me, personally, me, Misha, or Dean? I think probably Dean still takes the cake. Thanks. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is
Hi.
Kelsey.
Hi, Kelsey.
And I was wondering, so when we're around different people, they bring out on different sides, and we get to know ourselves better through knowing other people. And I was wondering, who was the character that you thought brought out on the other side to Castiel, and how did you flesh that out?
I think the character that most brought out other aspects of Castiel was Dean. On the show, he was. I think that Cass saw humans as like alien beings that he was trying to figure out, and that he didn't really understand how they operated, and he was kind of curious about them. But the more he got to know Sam and Dean, the more he started to understand humans, and then admire humans, and then feel like they were his family. And then he took inspiration from them, and I think tried to emulate them and be more like them. And ultimately, that changed him as he says. Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is Avery. And
Hi, Avery.
Hi. I was wondering, so I desperately want my career to be in directing or in the industry. Do you have any specific advice on how to do that? I'm currently on track to go to film school.
Are you in college? High school?
College.
Yes, my advice is just keep doing the work that you like, and actually figure out how to make things even when you don't have money. Even if it's, stupid home videos that you're editing together yourself, just figure out how to keep working at it. And by doing things, you learn more than by going to school, honestly. Film school is useful, but there's nothing more useful than actually just making things and
do it for the love of making things, not for the reward of some future success. That's my advice. Make it about the process, not the product.
Yes.
Yes, good luck.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
I'm Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
I would like to know, what is something that you have used your celebrity status to get, or skip a line, or whatnot, that you are most ashamed to admit?
So, I often have a really hard time saying, do you know who I am? Or calling a restaurant and being like, hey, this is Misha Collins. Oh, you don't know who that is? Have you seen the show Supernatural? No? Okay. So I have a really hard time doing that. So, but what I will sometimes do is be like to my friend, like, hey, why don't you try call and you know, I pass that buck off on to other people, which is even more loathsome if you think about it. I am certainly not above trying to leverage that to my advantage. Normally, it happens when it's like, I can't get a ticket to something or whatever. And then I'm like, to my friend, hey, why don't you say that we're like, you know, you're with a famous person. Well, don't tell them who, because they won't know who I am. But I have occasionally like used my Twitter account or whatever for that. One time that I wasn't terribly, I mean, it probably wasn't my finest moment, but I'm not a terribly right-wing conservative myself, and I was in Honolulu on a layover in the Alaska Airlines business class lounge, which was basically like, it looked like the hallway of like some business office. Like it was this tiny little kind of cubicle of a lounge with like 3 or 4 couches and some like stale donuts on the counter. And they had this big TV with the volume up loud, and it was Fox News. And I was like, why am I having to watch like this? This is not my programming, and I don't think that we should be getting like political propaganda in the airline lounge. And so I tweeted, hey, Hawaiian Airlines, why am I being forced to watch Fox News in your lounge? And like 30 seconds later, somebody ran in and changed the channel. I was like, oh my God, I feel so powerful. Yeah, thanks for asking that. That was a very good question. Nice work. Hi.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
My name's Abby.
Hey.
If you were limited to like one word that you could only say for the rest of your life, what curse word would it be?
Is this the only word I'm allowed, or the only curse word?
Like the only word like ever.
But a curse word also. Huh. That's a limiting vocabulary at this point. I think you're going to have a difficult time conveying a lot of different things. What is obviously my brain goes to what's the most versatile swear out there. Probably motherfucker. Because you can say that in different ways. You can be like, motherfucker, like, good on you, or motherfucker, and there are a lot of iterations in between, so I think that's probably pretty useful. Now, I wonder, what's wrong with you people? You come up with these questions. How did you arrive at that question?
Thought of it.
Profound.
It's like, oh, okay, wow, my name came up, holy shit, wow, motherfucker. What am I gonna die? There's 1,000 people in the audience. It's my chance to shine. I know. What's the one swear you would say? Or, who would you have sex with to steal their secret? I know what to ask Misha. He's been doing a lot of political work lately. Who would you sleep with to steal their superpower? Thank you very much for that question. It was quite probing. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Misha. I'm Riley.
Hi, Riley.
So I know that you travel a lot, whether for leisure or to help others. And so I was wondering if there's a place that you haven't been to yet, or you've tried to go to, but you haven't been able to yet, that you would really like to do, and whether that's leisure purposes or to help out in a country that may need it.
I really want to go to the Brazilian Amazon, and I actually had that trip lined up, and it fell through for me this summer. I was going to go with my kids, and it was both, because we were going to be raising money for this organization, Amazon Watch, and seeing rare birds. So that is where I want to go, and I will make it happen eventually. Alex Calvert ended up going on that trip without us, which was very sad and very selfish of him. But he's done a lot of great work raising a lot of money for Amazon Watch, and he had a pretty awesome trip there. Yeah.
The work that you do, so thank you for that too.
Thank you for that. Yeah, Alex had said to me, like, I was going to Ukraine from Germany, and Alex was like, man, you know what? Next time you're going somewhere, I would like to come with you. I'll go with you. And then I was like, yeah, Alex, when then this trip to the Amazon came up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna remember what Alex said. Alex, you want to come on this trip? He was like, yeah, that sounds awesome, man. And then I was like, all right, cool, I'm canceling, but have a great time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. So my friend, who's the next person who's going to ask her question.
Okay.
We are both doing a rewatch of Supernatural and then talking it through online and like post it.
Really?
Yes, it's
Great.
fun.
Is it like therapy to help yourselves work through the trauma of watching the show again?
Yes.
Great.
So my question is, what show do you like to just rewatch?
You know, I think I've probably watched Arrested Development more than any other. Partly because my son happens to also love Arrested Development, and so it's like a good thing for us to watch together. There are a handful of things that I feel like I can watch infinitely. Groundhog's Day, The Man Who Knew Too Little, which is another Bill Murray movie that a lot of people don't know for some reason. Probably seen 20 times. I also have watched The Matrix far too many times. So there are certain things that I can go back to over and over again, and I'm not sure why. Because generally speaking, I usually just watch, if I'm like, oh no, I've seen this before, I'm not gonna watch it again. But for whatever reason, there are certain things that become a comfort at a certain point, and Arrested Development is one of those. And Supernatural, have you watched more than once? This is just your second time through, or your first time through?
This will be a first time all the way through, but I've watched episodes multiple times.
Got it. What a slog, huh? Rich and Rob are always like, I can't believe people watch all these fucking episodes. There's so much TV. Can I tell you a secret? And please don't tell anybody I said this. I have not watched all of Supernatural. But I hear it's good. Hi.
Hi, Amy. That's actually my podcast co-host. So
Oh.
we're doing very much.
Oh.
I was going to ask you, you obviously do a lot for social change and campaign for social change, and how do you stay motivated to keep doing that?
Well, I think that I'm driven by a deep pit of anxiety that feels like if I don't do something, I won't be able to live with myself. And I have a megalomaniacal ego, so I think that I can actually fix things, when of course I have no impact whatsoever. But I am driven by, I think, some of those feelings. But I also know about myself that I feel better when I feel like I'm doing what I can. And if I'm not making some small effort to make the world better or to help people, then I just feel like that something is missing in my life. I don't know. I think that that's a way to connect with the human family in a way that is meaningful. And I think everybody ends up feeling better when we're trying to pay attention to one another and trying to help one another out. I genuinely believe that humans have evolved because we live in community and we support each other and we help each other, and I think we're hardwired to do that, and that if we don't, we're actually not living in accordance with our nature, and we're not as happy as we could be. So there's I guess maybe that's a selfish component to it as well. But also, when I do stuff like that, like, trying to be helpful in the world, and then I can, make a video and share it with other people, it makes me look cool. So it's like basically a marketing campaign for myself, Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Misha. I'm Ollie.
Hi, Ollie.
I was just wondering what the craziest dream you've had recently was.
Well, I can't tell you that, but what, have you had some crazy dreams recently?
I had 2 dreams where I was here and those came true, so does that count?
Are you dreaming right now?
Tell me.
How do you tell if you're dreaming?
I don't know, but pinching myself doesn't seem to work.
Do you know one trick is actually if you flip a light switch in a dream, the lights won't change?
I don't think they're going to let me do that here.
You can try it. Did you know that? It's actually a true fact.
No, that's really cool.
If you flip a light switch in a dream, your brain can't recalibrate the lighting. And so when you're trying to learn how to do lucid dreaming, do you know what lucid dreaming is?
Yeah.
You go around during the day flipping light switches so that when you're dreaming, your brain is trained to flip light switches, and you get into a dream and flip a light switch and be like, wait a minute, I'm dreaming. Now I'm gonna go have sex with everybody and steal their superpowers. Thank you. I didn't really answer your question, but I'm sorry. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is Allie.
Hi, Allie.
And I have a question for you.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
Which role would you like to perform more? Godstio, Cassifer, or the Pizza Man?
I think probably the Pizza Man. I talked to Phil Segrisha, who was a director on Supernatural, but then he went on to direct The Boys. And he was like, The Boys, it's like working on a streamer instead of on the CW is so much fun because we can do whatever we want. Like on Supernatural, we talked about porn, but on The Boys, we actually shoot porn. Jensen said, like,